Hey guys, and welcome back to Tekkit. Alrighty, in this episode, as you may have guessed, we're going to start looking into the different power sources. So let's just go through them. Straight up, geothermal. Now, just the normal one, don't make a Mark II. It's 20 cells, 4 glass, 2 refined iron, and the always fun generator to make. Okay, now I want about 6 of those if I ever make them. Otherwise, we have solar panels, as you've seen. Turn them into arrays. Upgrade those arrays with a medium transformer, and you can have a medium array. Same with that, using the mediums to get a high. And you can also use a combustion engine. You've seen these before. Fuel's the most productive out of lava, fuel, and oil, and you can use pipes and energy links to store that as EU. And in order to get the oil, you need a pump, which is a mining well, which is pick, iron gear, some iron or redstone. Do that. And you add the tank on top. The tank is just 8 pieces of glass, and you also store the oil and fuel in that. Okay, so you pump the oil with that, and then you could... Oh, I think it's called... Well, I'm trying to look for... Oh, I think it's refinery. Refinery. So you can also get a refinery, and you can pump oil into this, and using power to power it, you can then turn it into fuel, which is about 7.5 times more efficient than oil. Okay. Now there are a few other ones. Now I don't usually touch a couple of these, like the windmill. Where'd it go? There it is. 2 words, which is just generator and 4 pieces of iron. It's one of the 1 EU a tick type of ones, and same with the water mill. Put it in some water. That one's so easy to make, wood and a generator. And you get 2. And it's 1 EU a tick and just sits in water, and it requires nothing to gather energy, but you need so much and so long to get any real gain out of it. Okay, and other than that though, there is my favourite power source, which is pretty much the power source I always work my way up to, which is nuclear. So the nuclear reactor uses advanced circuits, advanced alloy, reactor chambers, and generator, and you also need to make extra chambers, and as I've shown you before, it's a circuit with all of that, and these are advanced alloys and integrated heat dispersers and integrated reactor plating, and that's all advanced alloy with copper, and that's the mixed metal ingots, which you've seen before. And it is a very lengthy process, as you also, to get maximum efficiency, need to make 6 extra chambers. So you're looking at 8 chambers, and you need to make the main one with all of that. But once you have that, as long as you can get a constant stream of uranium, the power output is insane and really, really easy to get automated. Now, as far as it goes for the resources I have, it's not really viable to do nuclear just yet. But when you are doing nuclear, you need your uranium to make these uranium cells. You use refined uranium to make a cell, so it's a cell and a refined uranium. And in order to get a refined uranium, you either compress the ore, and there you go. You get refined, combine that with a cell, and you've got yourself a uranium cell. And in the builds I use, you use about 8 at a time. They're a safe build. You also need these coolant cells to fill the inside. You need about 51 or 2 of those, and you need integrated heat dispersers. Ooh, where are they? There they are. You use the plating to then make the dispersers, but you need the dispersers all throughout the inside chamber of the reactor as well, and if you've got a 6th one, you need about, I think it's 12. But anyway, time to make a decision. Which one to use? Alright, I've decided at this point, geothermal is most likely the most efficient way to go, so I'm going to go geothermal. Now, I know everybody does geothermal, but it is because it is a good startup power, but I'm only using it to pretty much rocket myself into nuclear power. So, got a few things ready here already. So let's start with the batteries, and I'm going to whack this together and show you guys. Alrighty. Got 6 generators. And I'm just gonna smelt up a bit of refined iron. Cool. Okay, so in mine I'm going to use about 6 geothermal generators. So I need to make 6 of these. Reason being is I'll have a way to automate in lava cells to use, to then power it, and I found that 6 using the method I will is the appropriate amount to get a constant flow of lava cells into the system without too much of a chance for overflow, and without really any chance of them running dry. They should constantly be powered, especially if I give them a good kick up of power at the start. But let's just keep on going through this. What else? I need to make some cells, so let's make a whole bunch of those. It's 16 per, so don't need that much. And they need 12. I mean, well, yeah, 12. Okay, cool. Let's grab this. 6 of that there. Those there. There. And there. There we go. 6 geothermals. Let's grab those. Now there are quite a few other things I need for this system. It's not just geothermal generators. There's another thing, another machine technically, that needs to be built. So geothermals are just the start, and obviously from here there's a lot more that needs to be handled. So pretty much I'm going to use a cobblestone generator. So you need to make yourself some block breakers. There they are. That's a block breaker. It's just a pickaxe, some cobblestone, piston, and a little piece of redstone down there. Now, as you may assume, a block breaker breaks a block. So I'm going to need to make about 10 of those. So, alright, just finished making 10 of the block breakers. Not going to bore you with that. No one have to make so many. So I'll probably cut that out. But moving on, after you got the block breakers, you need a redstone pneumatic tube. So redstone tube, which is a pneumatic tube and redstone, and that's made from brass and glass. You get brass from 3 copper and 1 tin in an alloy furnace. Now, you may not know what an alloy furnace is. I don't actually have one. Pretty much you just make them out of brick. I'll show you. Very simple. There it is. Pretty sure alloy is used a lot more with red power and blue electric and things like that. So it's just clay smelted bricks into brick block, and then around the outside. Let's grab 1 brick, condense that up. Just going to need to make around about, well, you need 4 per, and then I'm going to need 8, so we're going to need 32. So let's grab that, go over to here, and spread it out. Wait, oh wait, no, duh. No, sorry, it is just the 4, so there we go. Bam. Now, where to put it? I will need to expand. My pretty house is starting to look less and less pretty as I industrialise it. Let's just put it here. Okay, so simple system. Grab yourself a bit of coal, whack it in the left slot. You combine the alloys in there, and you get your final one outside there. So when it comes to electricity in that, you do need to make a lot of different ingots, and this is what that's for. But we just want brass, so copper and tin. Get a little bit of copper. Got more tin than we need, but I'm going to need a little bit more copper, so we're going to have to make some. Let's just trade this tin. That ought to do it. That ought to do it. Ooh. Put a couple away. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Let that cook up. We'll get a bit of brass. It should be about 4 brass per. I'll make a little bit of it. Oh, I hate how some of them don't cross. Okay, cool. We got some. Now let's run over here. Actually, got some glass there. I think I may have more in the project table. Ah, damn it. Gonna have to make some more. Oh, there we go. Heaps. Better save that. And Okay, let's make these pneumatic tubes. So these are red power tubes. Got some there. Cool. There we go, 16. Now let's add a bit of redstone to it. Make 10. Well, actually, no, I need 11, so we'll make the 11. Okay, so we've got 10 block breakers, 11 pneumatic tubes, well, 11 red power tubes. And now, I need a timer. So this is red power, and as you can see, that all may look very, very different. Now these are stone wafers, stone anodes, stone cathodes, stone pointers, stone everything. And it's pretty much just stone wafers and redstone. Now stone wafer is stone smelted again, and you get 2 wafers, so... Need a new ingredient? Just smelt something again. So, for a timer, we need all that there. You usually get 2 each, so... Can need to make a few, but not too much. I'll try 5. Let's grab that. Pretty much you just combine different patterns of redstone with them to make the different cathodes and things like that, and then you combine them for many of the little things in red power. Red power is very fun. There's a lot of neat little things you can do in red power. May look on the surface to be basic applications, but not when you combine everything together in unison. Just get it all working and complementing each other. You can do some amazing things. So that's just that. We need 3 of those. So grab 3. And then there's, oh no, that's what I just did. There we go. That's 3 and 3. Oh, 4 and 3, sorry. And you get 3 out of it. So we'll need to make that. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Got the 3 there. And we need the cathode. As you may be able to guess, it's just a torch, and that one's a torch, and another piece of stone to get the pointer. So let's make a torch. That one there. One there. Stone up there. There we go. It's not hard, it's just lots of pieces. Pop those there, those there. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Bam. Timer. Got a timer. Now, I'll explain and show what all of these do when I'm putting them together, and you'll see the application and how it all functions. So we've got the generators, the timer, the pneumatic tubes, and the block breakers. Pretty well on our way. Okay. Now we're going to need an extra condenser for this little setup, so I'll make one of those soon, and the reason is we're going to condense lava cells, because they have an EMC value far less than a bucket. And it's a bucket with a cell, and the beauty of lava cells is they stack. So you don't have to just worry about cycling out a bucket to keep power going into your geothermals. You just make a lava cell, and you can stack them up to 64, and 24 will fill a whole geothermal generator. So, pretty good. Take a bucket, and I'm going to need to make a whole bunch of these. Okay guys, back into it, and started doing a little rearranging down here, and I'm just going to dig out a spot for my geothermal plant. So it's not going to be much more than a little spot, but might as well make it neat, give it a little area for itself. Now geothermal does churn out a really respectable amount of power, especially when stacked up. If you just got one, it may not seem like too much, but once you stack them up, it's a lot. Now if you look at them from a perspective of having to gather all of the lava to power them, it may seem like the payoff isn't there in comparison, but as I'm about to show you, there is little tricky ways. Some may say slightly exploitative, but I'm trying to show you the fastest way to get started in Tekkit. Might as well use all the mods. So, admittedly without using collectors, and everyone will argue this isn't much different, but this takes a lot more manual building and getting it right yourself, because if you don't get the system right, it doesn't work. So I think there's more of a payoff there. Alright, let's get into it. Okay guys, so I've dug this little bit here for the pipes to go along, go into condenser, and then down to the geos, and this is the hole for the cobblestone generator. So it needs to be 3 wide, 10 long, and 2 deep. So 10 along, 3 wide, and then dig it 2 deep, keeping an eye out for monsters. See, 2 deep, 3 wide, yep, you get it, 10 long. Okay, so that is the design of the hole, so get that going. and you're ready for your cobblestone generator. So pretty much we need to start putting this together. So straight up the middle, on the highest point, you're going to put these 10 block breakers. Now the point that is facing up is actually the side that will break the block, and the little side is where the block will actually come out of. So we need a screwdriver, like a wrench and that, to handle engines and the different blocks. We need a screwdriver. Here we go. It's just a stick and a piece of iron. You can make a sonic screwdriver. Haven't actually looked into it. Okay, flip them over. Just right click them. And now that's the right way. So they're facing the right way now. Oh, Jesus. Lots of bad guys. They all spawned when I went inside. God. Alright, well, we also need 10 buckets of lava and 10 things of water. But for now, pop your tubes. Pop your tubes along here. Gotta keep an eye out. And there we go. That's it. Now, if the block is in the right way up, the tubes will not connect to the bottom of it like that. They will just sit along the top of it, and they will not join down into the block. As for now, it's pretty dangerous out here, so... Okay, guys. Back. Just up here to collect some lava. It's a bit of a pool party going on over here. If they're in water, they don't die, so they're just... cooling off in the sun. Go watch the melanoma. Ooh, shit. I ain't welcome around here. They don't like gate crashes, apparently. I think I'll leave them to it. Anyway, we need 10 buckets of lava, so let's start collecting. Oh, I hate when it does that. Is there lava there now? I'm not sure if I just lost it all. I don't think so. Okay, guys. It was all good. There was more lava, so I've got all my buckets of lava now. Let me show you what to do. Go up to your lovely cobblestone generator and begin placing the blocks. 1 bucket per block. Make sure you do it against the top block like this. Cool. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 10. Cool. See, it should be solid, and the lava flows through to the other side. Now, for those of you that are savvy with Minecraft and such, you can probably tell what's going on here. What happens when... now, there is a difference between creating obsidian and water. Now, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but it's pretty much flowing lava contacting flowing water creates cobblestone, I believe it is. Whereas if it's flowing water hitting stationary lava, I believe it just creates obsidian. But I'm never 100% on that. But either way, the flowing water contacting the flowing lava underneath the block breakers will create a block of stone. As you can see, stone's been created there. And the block breakers will then break that cobblestone, take it into the pipes and pass it along to the condenser. And as they do that, another one will form and the block breakers will break it again. Now, the timer. The timer is the key component here. Oh, bloody buckets. Because with red power tubes, if you connect a timer or something of the sort to them, anything to give them a redstone current, they will send power down the tube, which will then activate whatever block it is attached to, and then also pump the item out of the block. So pretty much sending that redstone signal through the timer would then allow a signal to go to the block breakers, allow them to break the block, and then it would also power the items to be sent along the tube. Okay, made myself a condenser and a whole bunch of distribution transport pipes, so 2 iron, glass and redstone. Now, distribution pipes can be very buggy on multiplayer, so be careful. Need a little bit of iron. Okay. We get 8. So yeah, on multiplayer they can be very buggy, but on single player they seem to work okay. Alrighty. So pretty much we're going to whack the condenser here. As you can see, the blocks will feed into the top of it. We'll put the lava cell up there to be created. Pop those down there. And I think I might put it all together. Let's get into it. Alrighty. Get the tubes going. Got a gold one down to make sure everything's running nice and quick. Wooden one there, and engine ready. But actually, I'm going to want to put the distribution pipes here, so let's knock those out, and we'll just do 3 distribution in a line. Bam, bam. So as you can see, they work off colours like the other ones. When you right click them, you get a menu of where to distribute. So I'm going to send 4 from the first one along the green, and then 2 from that along the green again. See how that works is I should be getting about 6 in the cycle. So I've got 6 engines, generators, so we'll pop those all down. And they're on light blue and dark blue, so light blue, dark blue will get 1 each, and every other colour will get none. Except the green. So pretty much if there are 6 coming through, the first one will go to light blue, and the other one will go to dark blue, and then it will send the next 4 along to green, so that there's an even distribution to all of the machines. See, it goes along to green to here, and then it's 1 more into blue, 1 more into dark blue, and then 2 down the green, so then the final ones go to the last one. So there's an even distribution again. Oh, get rid of that yellow actually. Don't need that. And see, and then we don't need those anymore. We don't need green. So it would go 6, send 4 on, use 2, send 2 on, use 2, use final 2. So completely even distribution. Otherwise, because pipes will try to send it to just the nearest adjacent machine, and then you end up with overflow or just generators not being used. So gonna grab some cables and wire this up. Alright, we need gold cables, so gold along the middle, and insulate it. And I always recommend double insulating gold. It has terrible loss. I think it's 1 every 3 blocks, which is pretty low. But if you double insulate it, it's 1 every 3.3 or 3.5, so it's not as bad. So we got our gold cable, as we'll need that to carry a higher rate than the copper can handle when we send it to our MFE, which is the gold, 2-time insulated gold, machine block, and the red power crystals. Okay, gonna make those energy crystals here. Got 4. Let's make ourselves an MFE. Put them there, machine block. There we go, MFE. This holds 600,000 power in comparison to 40,000 in the back box just here. So we'll do a little bit of rearranging. Knock out this generator. Now, as I've mentioned before, when we send the power up here, we're not going to be able to send it to our machine straight from an MFE. So remove the back box, and I think I'll put the MFE a bit further down so I can transform the power, so I don't blow my machines up. So to do that, we need to make another low voltage transformer. So that takes in medium 128 and outputs it to low 32 EU a tick. Oh, and to correct a mistake I made in a previous episode, I don't know what I was thinking, it's 20 ticks a second, not 2. So if something says it does 32 EU a tick, it actually does it more like 640 a second. So if it's 32 EU a tick, you're getting 640 power a second. So it's a lot more than it may seem. So always times it by 20. So there we go, put the transformer in. And as mentioned, there's a whole heap of outputs with the reds, and only 1 input with the yellow, in comparison to MFE's back boxes, which are around the other way, which is a whole bunch of inputs, but only 1 output. So there we go. We'll just use some copper cable, that's all we need. Plenty enough. Grab that. Hook this sucker back up. Awesome. Alright, so now we got that. Just gonna pop the MFE down here. Drag that along. Where should I put it? Oh. When I got a little bit of time, I'm going to completely clean this up and make it look like a nice power plant. Especially in preparation for nuclear one day. Though I may make a whole different building for that. Let me know what you'd like to see. Alright, well, they won't connect if I do this, so we'll just pop it there. See? Let's make sure the output, the red, is connected to the cable leading to the transformer. So, right click on, See, there it's there, so we need it here. So right click there, bam. So there we got all our inputs here. Awesome. Yep. Taking 120. Take that in, out 128, turn it to 32, send it to the machines without blowing them up. Okay, let's start wiring these suckers up. Let's clean this up a little bit. Boop. Shift right click. There we go. Cable like that. Pop them along here and send it all out the middle there. Now I believe geothermals output about 10 EU a tick. Is it 10 EU a tick? I believe, so it's around about 200 EU a second. I got 6 of them, so you're looking at about 1200 EU a second, which is a pretty respectable rate. I tested them in comparison to combustion and, yeah, geothermal, especially in comparison to the needing to use fuel instead of oil or lava, and then the refining, and then the energy cost that comes with refining. Geothermal. Just tidy this up. Cool. So hooked up into the MFE there. So it'll grab the power from all the geothermals, out it out the top. This will produce into here. Create the lava cells. When it condenses it out, they come, distribute evenly amongst all the machines. Power generates through the top, comes along straight up into this MFE, powers it up to 600,000. See, it's 128 EU a tick that it outputs. And then that goes up to the transformer and transforms it down to 32 EU. Now there is a very cool little trick to get extra power out of lower power sources by using transformers to transform power levels up and then transforming them back down. You actually get more EU out of it. It's really advanced stuff though. I'll probably cover that one day. But for now, that's that power source setup. So pretty much we're going to need to go and start up the cobblestone generator. So let's go outside. Here it is. Alrighty. Now I always like to run a length of redstone. I find it better to just break off one chunk of the redstone than just kill the timer. And I don't think the timer actually connects unless you have redstone. Now, you need to make sure the redstone torch side is on there, so it's always the opposite side you place. Now I'm going to put it on the quickest speed, which is 0.2 of a second. You can see it just pulses so quickly. It's 5 times a second. So, nothing's happening. Stone should be producing. It's weird. Well, bring it back one, which doesn't make sense as I can see the tubes pulsing. It's not this, is it? Oh crap! Oh, just broke that. Just broke that dirt block. Nope. Ooh. Okay, they're definitely working. Something is going wrong. Something is not quite right. Here we go. Whoops. Rookie mistake. I accidentally created cobblestone along here when I already had the lava in there first. So because of that, the water wasn't flowing down to create the block. So put your water in first. Oh, fuck. Gotcha. Oh god, I hate lava. Yep, there we go. Cool. You see it? Alright, let's put this on 0.2. See how fast it can go. Look at that. Jesus. The carbon footprint must be massive. Hopefully I don't get slammed under the Kyoto. Alrighty guys. So remember you might possibly get a bit of lag with your cobblestone generator, so adjust the speed accordingly. Alright, putting the redstone torch there powers both the pipe and the actual pump, so I'm going to give a little kick up of power into these. I'm going to start them with 8 each, and then distribute just a little bit more through the rest. Just pop a couple extra down, a couple in there. Oh, 3. Alright, just whack a few into these. No, I should have probably got a completely even distribution to make sure that don't end up with any kind of overflow or anything, but there we go, see, lava cells producing. See how quickly they produce? Now it takes about 50 seconds for a geothermal generator to use one lava cell. Now with this cobblestone generator, I should produce one lava cell. I think I produce one lava cell in about 4 to 6 seconds. So I should be able to fill all machines all the time, possibly with more than they need. I'll fit in an overflow system if that ever becomes the case. But for now, we'll just monitor it and see the output. And the beauty is you can always do that. Just need a little bit extra lava, need a bit more power all of a sudden, or your system does run dry for some reason. Walk on down here with a diamond or silver or anything you're willing to chuck in. Pop it in the condenser and make yourself a good kick up. But otherwise, this should feed enough power to constantly have me boosted up. And this will be more than enough as we make our way to nuclear in probably only a few episodes. So, I want to show you this. It's an advanced wooden pipe. It's wooden pipe. Do you have any wood? It's a wooden pipe with a bit of redstone. So pop that there, whack that up there, and you got an advanced wooden pipe. Now, I'm going to go put this down here, because though it doesn't seem to be doing it, I did used to have a problem every now and again where it would suck. Where maybe some cobblestone would accidentally get sucked out, because the pump's just not going quick enough, the engine. If you do an advanced one, pop a lava cell in there, and it's required. If it's excluded, it won't pump out this lava cell, but because it's required, it'll only pull out the lava cell. Only the lava cell. That's it, bam, see? Still pulls it out, but it would never accidentally take a piece of cobble. Because if a piece of cobble just somehow sneaks its way through there, just happens to get pulled out at the wrong time, it'll jam up into a geothermal and they won't receive their lava cells and you'll have loss. So that's one little trick to avoid that. And now we've got more power. I'm going to overclock these machines a bit more. Let's go see how much we got already. Alright, look at that. 350,000 power already. Slamming through it. We only had 40,000 in the back box, and I could hardly sustain that. These are all pumping overclocked, and not losing any dip whatsoever with this power source. Should be able to overclock most of these machines to pretty much their maximum. I gave it a little bit of a test on a creative world, and 6 rotary macerators, so really high power macerators, heated up, pumping off this 6 geothermal. I could handle 6 rotaries running constant at once without loss of power. It would still gain slightly. So, can run quite a bit off it. Simultaneously, that is. Cool. Now, I need to fix up this diamond transportation pipe, so I need to get a little bit more sorting going. And I think I'm going to make it simple. Whack this sucker up here. Bam. Through the black, junk. Junk only. So dirt, cobble, marble. Grab some sand and some gravel. If it picks up any of this junk, it'll just go straight into the condenser. So we can just turn the crap we don't want to have to store into awesome stuff. Cool. And then grab just a little bit of pipe. Bugger. No more signs. And into the alchemical. See, everything else will go into the alchemical. So now we'll store all the good stuff. All the junk will go into there. And all the ores will macerate. And there we go. Alright guys. Well, that's about it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed Max Power. I got it off a hairdryer. So, we've got a whole heap more power now. We're at max capacity. Things are going to really pick up. I'm going to start looking into nuclear. And from here, I'm actually looking to build a big, safe city. It has all kinds of security measures and everything like that. A really intricate Tekkit server that I'll one day turn into a multiplayer server. But until next time, have a good one, guys. I'm going to have a little snooze. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, favorite, and subscribe. Share the video around to anybody you can to get the word out. And next time, the road ahead, I start to talk about what I actually intend to do. As I mentioned at the end of the episode, it's I kind of want to create a big trade world that has open options for PvP, excluding griefing, and some really good security measures within sort of a sanctuary city. And I have very good ideas for how to obtain that. Next time, start simple with a jetpack to get some better construction going, and I'll catch you guys next time, so Have a good one.